they're debating Jimmy Akin and Trent Horn. They would say, no, Hilary, that's a weak argument. Like Astor said about the angel Lord, weak and shallow. For he says, let us make man after our image and likeness. Now watch what else he does. God has spoken to us through the lawgiver and in the way which is intelligible to us. Brethren, like Ambrose, stunned me and left me in awe. Hilary stunned me and left me in awe, because look what he's going to say. Okay? He makes us acquainted with action by means of language, the faculty of which has been pleased to endow us. There is indeed indication of the Son of God, through whom all things were made, in the words, and God said, let there be a firmament, and God made the firmament. I'm going to explain what he means in a minute. Let me just read this entire section right here. Okay? For what notion could be further from the thought of a solitary God? In other words, you're saying God is a singular person? This refutes your claim that God is a singular person, right? Then that of giving a verbal order to himself when nothing was necessary except an exertion of his will. You want me to explain what he means here, guys? Do you want me to explain what he means here? You want to see how amazing his insight is? You guys listening? He's refuting Arians and Jimmy Akin and Trent Horn and the Thomists by saying, why would God say, let there be a firmament, and then it says, and God made the firmament, if God wasn't speaking to someone else who's God and having that other one do the creating? Because if God is a singular person, all it would need to say is that God made the firmament. Then why does God complicate the matter by speaking this way? Okay, and I'll show you when we go to Genesis. Okay, well, lest we should think these words of God were wasted and meaningless, supposing that he issued to himself the command of creation. In other words, is God saying to himself, let there be a firmament? Why would he talk to himself about making a firmament? Why not just do it? And then he goes ahead and obeys himself. Makes no sense. For what notion could be further from the thought of a solitary God than that of giving a verbal order to himself when nothing was necessary except an exertion of his will? He determined to give us a more perfect assurance that these words refer to another beside himself. And I'm going to go to Genesis 1. When he said, let us make man after our image and likeness, his indication of a partner demolishes the theory of his isolation.